Top 10 incredible facts about white tigers you didn't know. Few animals capture our imagination quite as much as the elusive and magnificent white tiger. With their ice-white coats and striking black stripes, they seem almost mythical, like something straight out of a fairy tale. But these incredible creatures are very real, even if their existence is rarer than you might think. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of white tigers. We'll uncover 10 incredible facts about them, from their unique genetic makeup to the challenges they face in the modern world. Whether you're an avid wildlife enthusiast or simply love learning about the wonders of nature, you're in for a real treat. Let's uncover the magic behind white tigers, one fact at a time. To start, let's address the question that many people wonder about. Are white tigers a separate species? The answer is no. White tigers aren't their own species. They're Bengal tigers with a unique genetic mutation. This brings us to our first incredible fact. Their white coats are the result of a rare condition called leucism. Unlike albinism, which results in the complete absence of any color, leucism is a condition that reduces pigmentation in the skin and fur, while still allowing for the development of dark pigmentation in the stripes. Thanks to this genetic variation, white tigers retain their dramatic black stripes that stand out so vividly against their snowy coats. This brings up fact #2. All white tigers inherit their unique coloring from a recessive gene carried by both parents. For two orange Bengal tigers to produce a white cub, they must both carry this recessive gene for leucism. This genetic rarity is one of the reasons white tigers are so extraordinary and so scarce. Let's move on to their population in the wild, which presents fact #3. White tigers no longer exist in the wild and haven't been seen in their natural habitat for decades. Historically, they were native to areas in India, where their camouflage wasn't as much of a disadvantage as you'd think. In dense forested environments, the interplay of light and shadow allowed them to stay relatively hidden. But white tigers weren't just rare, they were exceptionally rare. Even if their habitats remained untouched by humans, their existence depended largely on chance. Only one out of roughly 10,000 Bengal tigers in the wild could be born with the leucistic gene. Today, white tigers live exclusively in captivity, a result of habitat destruction, hunting, and genetic limitations that have erased them from the wild. Now for fact #4. White tigers grow larger than their orange Bengal relatives. On average, they can weigh up to 550 pounds, 250 kilograms, and reach lengths of nearly 10 feet from nose to tail. This size difference is often attributed to selective breeding in captivity. Since white tigers are bred for their striking appearance, breeders may have inadvertently left a genetic marker that enhances their growth. Their immense size makes them exceptionally formidable animals, capable of taking down prey with incredible power. Fact #5 takes this one step further. White tigers are immensely strong swimmers, much like their orange cousins. This skill isn't just for fun, it's a survival trait that would have helped them cross large rivers and waterways in their former habitats. White tigers are undeniably beautiful, but their striking appearance comes with significant genetic risks. This brings us to fact #6. The majority of white tigers today are a product of inbreeding. To perpetuate the rare leucistic gene, breeders often pair closely related tigers, such as siblings, parents, or cousins. This practice increases the likelihood of passing on the desired recessive gene, but it also significantly increases the chances of harmful genetic defects. Many captive white tigers suffer from health problems, including crossed eyes, even if their vision is normal. Cleft palates, scoliosis, club feet, and even neurological disorders. Fact #7. Ethical concerns surrounding the breeding of white tigers have led to significant pushback from conservationists and wildlife organizations. Inhumane breeding practices have caused enormous suffering to some individuals, leaving many questioning whether breeding white tigers for aesthetic purposes is justifiable. Fortunately, ethical sanctuaries and zoos have begun taking steps to protect white tigers without perpetuating harmful genetics. These organizations focus on the well-being of the animal rather than on maintaining their aesthetic traits. Moving on, let's explore fact #8. White tigers have a rich cultural and historical significance. In many cultures, they're revered as symbols of power, beauty, and uniqueness. In Indian mythology, white tigers were often associated with strength and bravery and were considered sacred animals. Outside of mythology, white tigers have become icons of rarity. Their striking appearance has made them a focal point for zoos and wildlife parks around the world, drawing massive crowds eager to see these almost mythical animals. This leads us to Fact Hash 9. White tigers are also heavily represented in modern-day pop culture. From movies and advertisements to corporate logos and sports mascots, they've been used as symbols of strength, exclusivity, and exotic allure. But while their popularity may have raised awareness about them, it hasn't always led to meaningful conservation efforts. As we learn more about white tigers, it's impossible to ignore the role conservationists play in protecting them. This brings us to Fact Hash 10. Conservation isn't just about preserving the beauty of white tigers, it's also about protecting all tiger species. Many tiger populations, including Bengal tigers, are in steep decline due to habitat destruction, poaching, and human-wildlife conflict. By supporting organizations that work to preserve tiger habitats, we're not only helping ensure the survival of white tigers, but also protecting biodiversity on a larger scale. Ethical zoos and sanctuaries are also crucial in this endeavor. By housing white tigers responsibly and refraining from unethical breeding practices, these institutions help protect not only the tigers themselves, but also the integrity of wildlife conservation efforts around the world. White tigers are some of the most fascinating animals on the planet. From their rare genetic traits and cultural significance to the ethical dilemmas surrounding their conservation, these striking creatures remind us of nature's beauty and its fragility. Even though white tigers no longer roam the wild, their story is a powerful reminder of the importance of conservation. We must continue working together to protect every species that makes our planet so rich and diverse. If this video inspired you or taught you something new, consider supporting reputable wildlife conservation organizations or visiting ethical sanctuaries that prioritize animal welfare. Every small action can help make a big difference in ensuring that extraordinary creatures like white tigers are protected for generations to come. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the incredible world of white tigers. Remember, protect what's rare and support what's wild.